News 4 is in storm mode.
The heat is back again and storms are popping up across the News 4 viewing area. We are in storm mode. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Paige Hulsey in for Samantha Jones. Meteorologist Matt Chambers is joining me. And Matt, we've already had some warnings this afternoon.
It's been very busy. We have some active severe thunderstorm warnings and a flash flood warning to tell you about.
We have breaking details this afternoon. Multiple explosions near the airport in Kabul have killed a large number of people, including at least 12 U.S. service members. News 4's Corey Stark is monitoring the very latest from our control room. So, Corey, what do we know at this point? Back here at home today, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker announcing sweeping new mandates for masks and vaccinations. Pritzker says hospital systems are just overwhelmed, and he says low vaccination rates in part of the state are allowing the Delta variant to spread. The governor also announced a statewide indoor mask mandate for all Illinois residents, regardless of vaccination status. That masking requirement takes effect next Monday. Now, as soon as Governor Pritzker made that official, News 4 headed out to Belleville to ask people what they thought about the return of this mask mandate. Out of the 6 people we spoke to, 5 of them agreed with the mandate. One man, though, said he thinks people are just tired of trying to keep up with the changing rules. Again, that mask mandate begins on Monday across the state of Illinois for anyone ages 2 and older, regardless of vaccination status. The Illinois Federation of Teachers had this to say about the vaccine mandate for educators and school staff, saying, quote, "We know the best place for students to learn is in classrooms, made safe through public health strategies that work. With the Delta variant surging, case numbers in Illinois on the rise, and more children now getting sick, the Illinois Federation of Teachers and the Illinois Education Association support Governor Pritzker's vaccine mandate for educators and staff." The Illinois Retail Merchants Association was also quick to react to that indoor mask mandate. In a statement, the organization said, "We support the governor's mask mandate as a measured approach that ensures shoppers continue to have access to needed goods, food, and medicine with minimal disruption. We ask all customers to abide by this public health order in a respectful manner." Now, the new COVID surge due to the Delta variant has accounted for more than 1 million cases in the U.S. in the past week alone, with 1,000 people dying every day. By contrast, doctors in a country with one of the highest vaccination rates in the world believe they have proof that science-based medicine does save lives.
How many people have died in this country during this wave from COVID?
None.
Zero.
Health officials say no one has died from COVID in Iceland since May. They credit vaccines. The vaccination rate for those 16 and older stands at 90%. Almost all of the COVID-19 related deaths in Iceland occurred before a vaccine was made available. In the United States, teenagers are being hit hard by COVID right now. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the highest rate of infection last week was among 16 and 17-year-olds. That's a shift from the past month where 18 to 29-year-olds accounted for the highest rate. 12 to 15-year-olds and people in their 30s showed rates just slightly lower than the 16 and 17-year-olds. Adults 75 and older reported the lowest rate. Now, the CDC is recommending that Americans talk to their doctors about getting the flu shot even earlier this year because of the complications being caused by COVID-19. Typically, flu shots are recommended by the end of October, but the CDC is concerned that it could be an especially bad year for influenza, and that may mean that some people should be getting their flu shot and their COVID vaccine booster at the same time. Now remember, you can always follow the late developments on the pandemic and all the day's news with the News 4 mobile app. That app always free to download in your phone's app store. Right now, a local firefighter is recovering after an early morning shooting right outside his fire station. It happened just before 4 o'clock this morning in Kinloch, about 150 feet from the station on Martin Luther King. The Kinloch fire chief tells us a volunteer firefighter was walking to a Metro bus stop on Hanley Road to go home when he was hit during a drive-by shooting. The 25-year-old firefighter was hit in the arm. He ran back to the station for help and then was taken to the hospital. He is expected to make a full recovery. Now, St. Louis County Police are investigating. New at 4 this afternoon, the Hot Rod Power Tour is in town over at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and fans already turning out for some drag racing fun.
Speed, the noise, yeah, it's just good old American fun, right?
The event features plenty of speed and plenty of noise to please drag racing fans. But there was one race today caught our attention. This one not very noisy. It was one of the more surprising races we saw as a Tesla took on an older 400 horsepower Firebird. The electric Tesla pulled away from the start, crushing the Firebird by about half the track. Besides that drag racing event, there will also be more than 6,000 classic and hot rod cars that you can check out. And if you hurry, you might still get there in time. That show closes at 6 o'clock. Coming up all new at 5, she let her student passengers take off their masks on the bus, setting off a social media storm. We're talking to that school bus driver. And a new climate warning from scientists. Right after the break, find out more about the extreme weather that could be in our future. 2020 was Europe's hottest year on record and one of the 3 hottest years globally. Now, as Ian Lee reports, climate scientists are warning of more extreme weather that's ahead. The State of the Climate Report is based on contributions from more than 530 scientists from over 60 countries around the world. Turning now to late night cravings. Taco Bell, not just for that time anymore. The fast food chain reviving its breakfast menu. The centerpieces of the menu are toasted burritos and cheesy grande or hash brown versions. And to help roll out of bed-worthy additions, Taco Bell brought in Lil Nas, dubbing him Chief Impact Officer. Now, for those who like to snack and sip on the wild side, this one, it's a doozy. Mountain Dew teaming up with Cheetos for a soda mashup with a kick. Let me know what you think about this one. Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot will be available for purchase online starting next week. Companies describe it as a unique blend of spicy and classic sweet citrus flavors. And for those who want even more heat, there's a limited clothing line collection inspired by the Taste Bud Twist, which is exactly what my closet has been missing.
I know. I think it's what the 4 p.m. newscast has been. You and me in flaming hot gear?
That
Are you kidding?
That would be something.
Yeah.
Right now, President Biden is speaking on the situation in Afghanistan. We send you to a CBS special report.